on to the New York Giants. Last year went 6-11, then proceeded to cough up their superstar Saquon Barkley to their division rival. They also lose Xavier McKinney. I think, God, what an idiot. But they lose Xavier McKinney to the Packers and A'Shawn Robinson to the Panthers. They bring in, though, thank God, Allen Robinson comes to town. Brian Burns, big move over from the Panthers to make that duo up, Brian Burns and Kayvon Thibodeau. Yep. And then they bring in the right tackle from the Raiders who couldn't start for them to shore up their offensive line.
He's a swing tackle. He's okay.
Swing tackle just means a backup.
I won't defend him. I won't defend. But John Runyon, guard from Green Bay, that's nice. That's a nice signing.
Yeah, I mean, his dad was an Eagle, so yeah, he's pretty good. They drafted Malik Neighbors, which, I mean, I saw an article. Malik Neighbors might be better than Marvin Harrison.
I see that a lot.
Because want to know why? There's so many highlights of Neighbors. I haven't seen one highlight of Marvin Harrison Jr.
There's like no rookie curve. He's like right now. He's that guy.
Yeah.
And it's just practice videos, so I guess we got to see it.
Yeah.
But man,
I mean, he's. Did you see that shot that replay where he was open and he got mad already? Like, bro, pace yourself. It's gonna be all season.
Yeah. That's gonna be. Remember I said that over under how many days till Neighbors going off?
It was the first game
because he's gonna be a diva. Mm-hmm. He's gonna be extremely talented.
Yeah.
He's gonna be Stephon Diggs.
Don't put that on him.
As long as you can manage him. No, Stephon Diggs had a great career and he's been great, but you've always had to manage his personality with a strong locker room and a strong quarterback. The Giants right now have neither. Yeah. And so we'll kind of see how that goes. Tyler Nubin goes there as well. In the draft, and Greg predicts him to go 4-13. So another rough year for the Giants as they get 2 games worse.
Yeah.
But maybe setting them up to pick their quarterback next year.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah, my question for this team was kind of in that same realm. Like, I know their whole, because watching Hard Knocks, you could see how much they wanted to make Daniel Jones work. And even with the addition of Neighbors, he's obviously a great prospect, did they do enough? Because, you know what I'm saying? Like, they lost Saquon Barkley. Their line got better marginally. They lost their best safety. I know they got Burns, but we don't predict this team to be good. So is this last year of Daniel Jones and Dable, or are they gonna roll it back again next year with Dable and no Jones? It's just I don't know what this team's identity or vision is. It's just random.
I mean, AJ, I'll let you or anyone who watched Hard Knocks. It didn't seem to me like they want to keep Daniel Jones. It seemed to me like. They couldn't get rid of him, and we're allowed to, and so they were saying all the right things. But this feels like a team that's getting ready for whoever's going to play quarterback next.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like financially, fixing the offensive line, letting Saquon go. I feel like they're getting ready for the next version of this team, and I think they just kind of wait out this Daniel Jones thing because they're not allowed to move on yet. Is that how you guys saw it or no?
Well, they tried to jump.
They tried to move up
every opportunity they could to get rid of him.
Right, the Patriots, right? They tried desperately to trade.
Walked across the stadium to their box. Yeah, they tried every opportunity. I mean, they even said if a quarterback doesn't fall, then we're just going to stick with Daniel. And exactly what you said. This is a team preparing for their next quarterback,
which is the right move.
Yeah,
I should put confidence in Daniel Jones. That all offseason they were trying to.
I mean, he's had enough time. He's got a fair chance.
He doesn't deserve the confidence boost at this point.
I mean, what is this, year 6 with him at
I don't know. Is it?
Probably around 5 or 6.
Let me look it up. I think it's year 6.
Feels like forever.
But they signed him to a big deal, and now and like in the show, they're trying to work around it. They could have got JJ McCarthy.
Year 5.
JJ McCarthy was available at number 6.
Yeah, they just didn't want JJ McCarthy, huh? Yeah. Or Michael Penix.
Well, Neighbors was sitting there, and they love Neighbors. Everyone loves Neighbors.
That seems like the right pick.
That's a hard one to pass up to.
It's hard to get that kind of wide receiver.
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, and especially now with you see wideouts demanding money, it's easier just to draft them and then sign them than go pay one or trade for one.
My big question with this team is Brian Daboll the guy? Is that the guy that you go get this next quarterback with? It's obviously a fail with Daniel Jones. He was not. Say what you want about Daniel Jones. It was up to Brian Daboll to be the quarterback whisperer and mold him into the top pick that he was supposed to be. For whatever reason, that didn't work out. So to me, it's still open on Brian Daboll. Also, his personality is an incredible turnoff. He just seems like a dick.
All right, two things. They did win a playoff game, so I give him some credit. I give Daboll some credit.
God.
They won a playoff game.
In 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
And did you see the conversation they had about him running a 40? I think him running a sub 4.8.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. You're not running a sub 4.8.
Yeah.
I
think he's kidding. But yeah,
I know, but no, he was like 10 minutes of the show was him just saying like, "Oh, I can run a 4, I can run a 4.8."
yeah, that was not. I don't remember too much about that part of the show.
Oh, he was joking like if you put a sandwich at the end of the at the other end.
How do you guys feel about Brian Dable? Terrell, how do you feel about Brian Dable?
Yeah, like you said, you brought up a good point. He's supposed to be the quarterback whisperer, so they had one decent year with Daniel Jones, and then now they're mediocre. He's got a terrible quarterback room. So if you're the quarterback whisperer, you got to do something with at least one of those guys. So I'm not all in on him.
So Greg had them winning 4 games. Do you think he keeps his job if they win 4 games? How do you justify?
He seemed so comfortable. That's the thing.
Yeah.
He shouldn't, but he just seems so comfortable. Like, I'm not going anywhere.
That's
Like,
crazy.
It's just, I mean,
Which
you
are
think,
usually the guys that get canned at the end of the year. Think about it.
hey, Brian.
Brian, don't put your coffee down.
Especially to your point too, if they're restarting everything with the new number 1 guy and the offensive line, why would you go in with the same old coach?
Right.
I mean,
I remember if you remember the part early in the show when he chooses defensive coordinator. Like, it was not a joint effort with Joe Shane. He went in there and said, "Hey, this is the guy I want."
Also, did you
It's a good choice. Mr.
the process of that was ridiculous. They just said, "Hey, on PFF.com, which everyone has, he's ranked first in this and third in this and 8th in this.
That's
We
the
should hire
kind of
this
guy we want."
That's what you want. Never. That was so we could run a NFL front
sometimes
office.
there's times where I'm just at work like I hate my job and thinking that guy has that.
Yeah, I'm
kind of
like,
job.
I could go on PFF.com and look up coordinators. Like, oh, we should hire this guy.
It's like, well, there you go.
Yeah, so that's the question to me. I guess it's bigger than. It's not, is it Brian Dable? Is it this whole management that they have in place right now? Because not a lot of people were very impressed with their personnel talk in Hard Knocks.
How do you like?
Yeah, Hard Knocks
GM?
didn't do any favors.
How do you like Joe?
GM to
Shane?
me seemed incredibly basic.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
it seemed like he was very predictable. It seemed like we knew what he was like. We knew, like, just the way he was talking, like, okay, you obviously don't want Daniel Jones. He tried to move off him in the draft.
Yeah.
We knew Saquon Barkley. He wasn't really trying. He was giving the minimum amount of effort so that if the owner came to him, he can at least say, "I tried, and he didn't give me a chance," or whatever.
Yeah.
I just think I don't know. I don't know if he's what's the word?
To me,
clever enough.
he seemed like the type of guy that in every negotiation, he's the weaker one.
Yeah.
I mean, not wrong. He
Which
did
means
with
you're
Saquon.
in the wrong spot. Right.
Well, he did get Brian Burns for just
Yeah, I
absolutely
was gonna
nothing.
say,
Yeah.
like, let's look at the good things he has done. Like, he I thought did a better job for the O-line. I like Runyon.
Yeah.
He hit on Thomas, right? Andrew Thomas. Brian Burns could be a huge steal.
Yeah.
I think the jury's still out on Thibodeau.
Yeah, it is.
But if both those guys work, though, that's
It's
great
just so up and
defensive line.
down because
Yeah.
as good as the Burns thing is, that's how bad the McKinley thing is.
Right.
Like, how do you draft a guy, develop him into an all-pro type safety, and then refuse to give him a second contract? Like,
But they probably value that comp pick way too much.
you.
Yeah, but McKinney signed with the Packers. He's a pretty good safety. I don't know why they let him go.
Yeah.
But
anyways, that's the Giants. We'll see if they are able to compete for the division. I know a lot of people doesn't have them, but they could be a team that is a year away from being
a year away.
As Angels so famously
put that on a
one
t-shirt.
time.
We need to have a board with teams
I'm
like
a
that.
year away from being a year away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We gotta have a board with teams
But
like
it
that.
legitimately seems like, okay, they may be. I could see their moves that they're making working out for whatever the next version of this team is.
Yeah, Dak on this team with another offseason. That's pretty. I mean, neighbors already there. You know, a couple guys there.
The NFC East is so petty.
So, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Everyone's so petty over there.